Hi, GenderBlenders. Welcome to week 79. This is Steffi, and this week is an open topic week. So my topic for this week is going to be a tapestry of topics. So tapestry is defined as a heavy cloth woven with rich, varicolored designs or scenes, usually hung on walls for decoration. And I got the idea for this week's topic from, in one of my recent jogs, Carole King's Tapestry song came up on my iPod. I was jogging around the lagoon. And, I was listening to the lyrics, and, it was very interesting how well it describes some things that are unique to us. You see, she describes in song life as a tapestry. She describes a person wearing a coat of many colors, moving uncertainly, as if they didn't know who they were, stuck in a rut, and eventually turned into a toad. But then she saw a figure, a gray figure with a flowing beard, who, through my own license of her song, brought that toad back for a second chance. A coat of many colors. Isn't that us? Isn't that us? Brought back for a second chance. Doesn't that describe us just really nice? Turned into a toad by genetic or prenatal issues associated with us, but brought back to life by our own transition into who we need to be. So maybe, just maybe, we can help our own community in its own struggles against becoming a toad. Bring them back for a second chance. How do you do that? Well, certainly we on GenderBlenders and the other collaborations channels strive to do that through these educational videos that we're doing. Those of us who do our own blogs on our own channels on YouTube and other places also help to educate. Local and regional support groups help a lot. You see, that's the second thing that happened to me this week that kind of pushed me towards what I'm describing, is our local support group, the North County, San Diego County, LGBT Alliance group, had a barbecue out on Oceanside Beach this last Friday, and I attended and joined, and hopefully I'll become an active member in that group. I'll get into that a little bit later. The third thing that happened to me, what popped up in one of my subscriptions, was a Long Island, New York GLBT Services Network video came up describing the GLBT Center and the Legally group and the SAGE Seniors group and the youth group to support and help us. And I thought they just did a marvelous video on some of the issues that we as transgenders face day in and day out. So that was a wonderful thing too. So all of those things combined in a tapestry to help me form my own tapestry here for this week's video. Pride parades and festivals and events help to educate the public. Because, you see, that's one of the things that did come out, education. It came out in our little barbecue the other day at the beach. And one of the lesbian folks mentioned that, she was having troubles getting her family to accept her. Or rather, they first didn't accept her at all, but then they came around a little bit and accepted her. And then they backslid and didn't accept her. And then they came around a little bit and accepted her. And then didn't accept her. And what she didn't realize is that's part of a process in any family that really isn't that open. They're struggling with, one, the love of us, but also their own prejudices and bigotry to some extent. And they're struggling with that. So they'll accept a little bit, and then they'll backslide as the bigotry takes over. And then they'll accept as their love takes over, and then backslide. But eventually, they'll come around. And that may take years, but they'll come around. You see, one of my sisters accepted me right on. The other two had some problems. They're coming around slowly but surely. But they backslid a while too. But, that happens. But education, helping us, our community, to understand that that's going to happen. But eventually that will happen. Educating the general population to help them understand that we're not doing this on a whim. We're not doing this out of choice. We're doing this because we have to do it. More tapestry. More tapestry. Interestingly, I have two things to report yet for this video. As part of the tapestry that I'm weaving. U.S. Department of State now allows passports to be issued under our real gender prior to surgery. But you have to have a physician's letter. And I thought I had done that. I got my doctor to give me the letter with his doctor number on the office stationery and the whole 9 yards. And I thought I had all of my I's dotted and T's crossed and all that sort of good stuff. And I get a letter back from the passport folks. Dear Mrs. Bench, at least they got that right. Thank you for your recent passport application. But they were looking for the physician's full name, A, B, medical license or certification number, C, issuing state or other jurisdiction of medical license, D, Drug Enforcement Agency, DEA registration, a number assigned to the physician, E, address and phone number of the physician. That's on the letterhead, dang it. F, language stating that she is attending physician for the applicant and has a doctor-patient relationship with the applicant. Language stating that the applicant has had appropriate clinical treatment for gender transition. Language stating, quote, I declare under penalty of perjury under the laws of the United States that the foregoing is true and correct, unquote. So make sure that your letter has all of that stuff to avoid things. So I got the doctor to do another one. I showed him this, and he did another letter. But that's some interesting things. So we do wear coats of many colors, don't we? The other thing, SRS costs and SRS availability. Education. I found the following to be available. Montreal, an SRS center in Montreal. Philadelphia, Virginia. Trinidad, Colorado, that's the famous one with Marcy Bowers. Scottsdale, Arizona. Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills is mostly for top surgery for, shall we say, obvious purposes. And Thailand. So that's the places I found. There's probably more, but that's the ones I found. In the United States, that's about $40,000 for me to go there, have the surgery done, stay there as needed, and come back. In Thailand, that same cost, including people to meet you, and including round-trip plane, and including people who can speak the language, is $16,000. Big difference, isn't it? Anyway, so I hope that's some education and some help for more tapestry. So that's my take on the topic for this week. So I hope this has been enlightening and entertaining. I can't stress enough, go help your local support group, help others to help us. Until next week, this is Steffi saying bye-bye, everyone.